I'm Nigel Priestley. I'm a solicitor who specialises in working with grandparents and relative carers who take on the responsibility of children. Often they find themselves in a situation whereby, let's say 7:30 on a Friday night, the telephone rings, social services are on the phone, and they're told, if you don't come and care for your grandchild, unfortunately she'll have to go into foster care. Obviously many grandparents respond very quickly to that situation, but many don't realise that they're entitled to support from the local authority, and it's at this stage that they ought to be getting good legal advice. The danger is nowadays that local authorities, because they are cash strapped, are looking to grandparents to fill in the gaps that the local authority now have in their care. There's a tremendous shortage of foster carers, 10,000 are needed, and so relatives and grandparents have to step in. On that basis they come, they take responsibility for the child, and often they're encouraged then to apply for, say, a residence order or a special guardianship order. Again, that's the point where good advice is needed. Many grandparents find when they have taken responsibility for a child who's often troubled by their past experiences, they don't know how to get support educationally, they don't know what to do about, say, getting some psychological support for the child. They actually might need some teaching themselves about new parenting skills. All this is additional support, because many parents have unfortunately now become caught up in the whole circle of drugs and perhaps mental health. Grandparents then find that they're picking up a child who's very different to the child that they've parented. So it's in those circumstances, again, it's vital that grandparents get good legal advice. You need to know just who can help you, where that help can come, and often how quickly it can come. Sometimes, sadly, care proceedings are actually started, and it's again vital that where care proceedings are underway you get good advice, because sometimes, again, decisions are made and grandparents only hear at the last minute that there's, say, a plan for adoption. It's unfortunate when that happens, but it's vital to go straight away and get good advice. So there are many different areas in which grandparents need advice, but sometimes it's the most simple that people tend to forget. How vital it is, for example, to think again about making a will, because many grandparents then love and care for their grandchildren and somehow don't actually think about making some sort of provision. These are the sorts of issues that we can advise upon, and it's so important that grandparents and other relative carers realise that legal advice is available on all of these issues.